Hundreds of years ago, the Guarani Indians named this river Paraná, brother of the sea. The Paraná's rich wetlands harbor a vast array of wildlife. Here, nature reigns in all her abundant glory. All creatures, great and small, have their place. They share the natural splendor with the people who have long been here, living simply from the river's bounty. It might have remained this way forever, but now a specter looms over this fragile paradise. For 20 years, they've been building a colossal dam, the Porto Primavera hydroelectric plant. It's 7 miles long. Located in south-central Brazil, it's one of the largest in South America. A mammoth project with a life of its own. In November 1998, what many environmentalists had been fearing happened. The floodgates were closed, and the river began overflowing its banks. With an environmental time bomb already ticking, the state-owned builder of the dam financed an emergency animal rescue operation. In just 3 weeks, water would be over the treetops. It had become a race to save the animals. Leading one of the rescue squads is Tiang Pantanero.
We're fighting to save all the animals. As the water rises, the animals look for somewhere to go. The ones that can't reach higher ground wind up stranded. So we are here to save them.
In the first few days of flooding, the water rises quickly, flushing thousands of smaller animals out of their lairs and hollows. A dozen teams ply the rising water. There are snakes everywhere here. Their haunts flooded, they take to the trees. Leather gloves are the only thing between this man's skin and this angry snake's needle-sharp fangs. Teams scramble to fill their nets with whatever they may stumble upon. There's no time to waste. Wetlands are one of nature's richest environments. The range of species at risk here is tremendous. The task these teams face is unimaginable. Sadly, for many of these animals, their only future will be in research institutes or zoos. A family of monkeys has taken refuge in a large dead tree. A young monkey, terrified by the roar of the engines, makes a run for it.
It's quite an adventure. You try to catch the animals as best you can and not to hurt them. The animals are already suffering in there. Are you gonna hurt them more? No.
There are still other monkeys up the tree, and the rescue team will try anything to get at them. For a mother and her infant, it's a desperate moment. The frightened baby falls off her back. Chiang fishes it out of the water as its mother runs back up the tree. Another rescuer climbs up after her. A large male is the last to be caught. Rescue teams make every effort to keep the family groups together. But under these conditions, it's hard to keep track. They may be separated forever. A ferry boat serves as the clearinghouse for all the animals caught on the river. Paulo Bezerra is the coordinator of mammal relocation. An agronomist raised in this region is deeply worried about the flooding of the reservoir.
They're flooding the reservoir at a critical time, the rainy season, to fill it up quickly. It's tragic because this time of year many of the animals have just given birth. We've got to rescue as many as we can because you know we're going to lose a lot.
During these critical days, Paulo will transport thousands of animals out of the flooded area. Even as he works, the landscape around him is changing, the familiar roads disappearing before him.